Yeah, back to Ham Radio, guys. We're here with...
Meet Kreayshawn.
Yeah.
Me Kreayshawn.
Me Kreayshawn.
What country are you from? Me Kreayshawn.
Is that... Wait, the me
caveman?
on your neck, that's really
Yeah.
you. Why'd you get me tattooed?
Because, it's all about me. It's all about you. It's about, yourself, taking care of yourself.
It's true.
So it's about self-care and self-love.
Yeah. Self-love, self-care.
Do you want to show the fans out there your spinner real quick? Because you came with two pretty dank-ass spinners.
All right, let's see if I can flex real quick.
There it is. They spinning. Oh my god,
Damn,
those are nice.
That's very
Those
Oakland.
are nice.
Very
Is it?
Oakland.
You got to get ones with. You should get one with whistlers where they make noise when you spin them.
Like
It's
scraper whistle? Yeah.
I have a question. Why did these become popular 2 days ago?
Well,
What happened?
It's funny because, my little daughter that lives downstairs, she came over, maybe 3 weeks ago with them. And she was just playing with them, and I thought it was cool. We would play spinners, and then she's like, "Oh, my big brother likes them," and then her older brother started liking them. Next thing you know, I saw my friends, posting them, and I'm like, I was spinning spinners on my toes 2 weeks ago.
You really were.
I was.
Yeah,
You've seen me.
yeah.
I was spinning them on my toes. I got tricks, So now that they're popular, it's just funny.
What happened? I don't understand it. I'm old. I don't get it.
Nothing. There's never
I can't believe that. And then this morning I look at Instagram. I can't believe he has fucking one.
What does that mean? I'm on top of the times, guys. Look at this. I got a sports hat on. Sports hats are pretty hip, right?
Spinner game.
The movie, I just saw a movie, talking about self-care and self-love. What I do on Sunday is I went to the bookstore by myself and I read a little bit and then I go see a movie by myself, take myself on a self-date. But the movie I just saw, there's a really funny thing where his girlfriend leaves him for a DJ. He's like, what, DJ Ron? And then he goes, you're like the fucking Knicks fan? And then she goes, he's not a Knicks fan, he just likes a hat. And he goes, that's worse.
All right, let's start way back. So,
Cheers
Cheers to that.
Kreayshawn.
Wait, she was telling me how much she admires me volunteering at the cat shelter. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
I would rather talk about her than you, honestly, but we can do that real quick.
Wait, before we do that, what did you do today for Mother's Day?
Oh yeah, Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Cheers. L'chaim.
Thank
For
you.
me too. Happy Mother's Day.
Here, you want some water, Adam? You could cheers water
No,
with
that's
us.
very bad
All right.
luck.
We're cheersing water?
Is that?
Yes.
Oh,
All right, where'd you learn that? AA?
Movies.
Oh.
And AA. Look,
Take my sweater
the
off.
important part of AA here, guys.
What'd you do
Don't cheers the waters.
I went to Santee Alley and got spinners. Me and Dez.
Do they just have hella racks of spinners now?
At
just
Santee Alley, yeah.
Really?
It's funny. I actually ran into somebody who lives in my apartment building who also has 2 kids.
Yeah.
They're at
And-
Santee Alley.
Yeah, they were at Santee Alley. I'm like, yo, what's up? And he's like, what's up? And I'm like, I'm out here getting spinners. And then the little kids are like, yes, too. We're getting spinners.
Legit.
And you brought Brittany and Flo too?
What? Yeah, Brittany, Flo, everyone was up there.
Crazy. We guys all meet up and get brunch before or something like that?
Well, we got lunch after.
We're just at lunch at after.
Something like coochie or something in the arts.
Coochie.
So you eat coochie.
It's like, no.
You ate coochie
I
today.
ate coochie.
Today.
No, it's like
For
some...
my-
It's like some place where they sell sausages.
It
and
sounds
it's called,
it sounds delicious.
Worst coochie or
something.
something.
Oh, worst crunch. I know what you're talking
I
about.
know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about. But
Worst coochie.
I thought it was called worst coochie. I ate the worst coochie today.
But you know what? Even I'm gonna be honest. Maybe it's the feminist in me, but the worst coochie still.
Yeah, it's like old cheese. It's
All
like
right.
it tastes better when it's really bad. It's got some flavor.
I don't know about that. Wait, let's start. Let's start from the back.
Hold on.
Let's start from-
It's crazy that y'all were in downtown.
Romo's trying to
Hold on.
he's been planning
on.
something. He's like, well, let's start back.
for the people,
Hold on.
because I know.
Hold on,
I want the people to know.
Hold on. You're downtown. You're hanging out with Brittany Scott.
Downtown.
You're hanging out with Flo.
Yeah,
You're in my neighborhood.
yeah.
Why would you not hit me up?
Because I was gonna see you later anyway.
I would love to have lunch with you guys.
All right. Well,
Flo
you
never
know
hits
what?
me up to hang out either. We were neighbors.
You know what? No one hangs out with me ever. So I was just blessed to be
hang out?
hanging out with more than one person. I'm like,
used to
I'm
hang-
hanging out with people.
we used to hang out, used to
my
come-
mind was already overwhelmed. I was exhausted after an hour. I'm like, people, where am I?
But we used to hang out. You'd come downtown. You'd call me, and we'd get coffee. What happened to that? Why don't we hang out anymore?
Why was I going downtown and doing that?
Friendship's over, bro.
Yeah.
It's over.
You stopped hitting me up.
Oh.
You were like, you got a girlfriend or something. And
No,
then,
you give me relationship advice.
I
I,
know,
love
true.
hanging out with you.
Yeah, let's hang out.
Okay. So you wanted to say, Romo?
This is a great interview, guys.
right, force me to hang out with you on my interview. Like, make it up.
Hey, you guys all heard it.
I brought her here specifically just to ask her to hang out.
with me.
You just like came here to confront me. So like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like,
Interview over. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
come on, Des, let's go.
All right, go ahead.
So let's
You're good,
start
Dad.
from the beginning.
Okay.
Gucci. The
Gucci,
most.
Gucci.
That's not
the
the beginning.
most.
That's not the beginning.
Well, I want to talk
Yeah.
about how influential.
That's where everything went wrong.
Well, I want to talk
no,
about.
that's what created the scene.
Yeah, it was one of the most influential videos that like it was like Lil B was kind of like doing videos like that were getting like viral, but
Well, I
feel
used to
like
do Little B videos.
which
so.
is wait, tell
That's
them
where
what
it started.
tell them what video you
Let's
did.
take it to back where it really started, bro. Like,
Okay.
It all started, right? I was shooting music videos for
DB the General.
DB the General and Lil B. And Lil B actually wanted to start shooting with me because he was a fan of DB the General. And he wanted to do a song with him. And he's like, contact me, let's link. I'll do a video
First
with
of all, how'd you meet DB the General?
He was my friend's cousin. And my friend was like, oh, my cousin like raps, like he wants like some videos done. I never heard his music before or nothing. And we meet up, we all like click. I'm like, this slaps, you're tight. Like after that, we were just shooting like every day. Like I would just shoot like in the day of life of every single day of your life. Like, like whatever. But it was good times.
And then how'd you meet Lil B? How'd like that?
So yeah, Lil B hit me up on the internet, and was like, I'm a fan of DB, like, I want to work with him, like, let's shoot video.
What year was this? I just want to.
2009 or 10.
Was it still MySpace?
No, we were on. I got Twitter in 2009, so yeah, it was probably like what was in between Twitter and MySpace? Because it wasn't MySpace.
A live journal? I had a live journal.
No, it was Facebook a little bit, I guess.
It wasn't.
Did
was
you have
Twitter.
a live journal?
I had Zynga.
Well, hold on.
That's kinda
hold on.
similar.
So,
Hold on.
in 2009, what Lil B songs were out at that point?
It was just starting.
It was just starting.
Yeah, I mean, the first video I did with him was Bass World 1989, and that might even, I don't know. I can't clock that as like the first bass song, but that was the first bass song video movement type of thing.
Wait,
What did you?
Because I never really like. I've heard him in the Pack, of course, because I grew up in the
Right,
Bay.
this
You
is
know,
way different, though.
Yeah, but Lil B in the Pack, they're like very different. So when I first hung out with him and did the thing, I was like mind blown.
Like, what did you think? Did you get it right away, or were you like, what the fuck?
I was more like, somebody's doing this. This is great, because I'm a fan of like Cool Keith, So
exactly.
Been saying that.
So
I've been
like
saying,
I'm
yeah.
really like I'm into like. I mean, it's like poetic rap, It's
Right.
not just like straight to the point and stuff that you kind of have to listen to and figure out,
Wait, I just realized. So, did you essentially create Lil B's video image, like the way he shoots videos?
I wouldn't take credit for that
Because his style is very specific and iconic.
The style continued like after like I wasn't shooting with him
Yeah.
anymore. That's feel continued, but that's just like based in general. I can't say that I coined that.
Yeah.
He's just based wherever you put the camera on him, wherever like
Yeah.
some magical is gonna happen. So
Did he? Does he? It's like really sincere with him, right? Like it's not like.
do you want me to like call him? I mean, like Jesus
Can't-
Christ. Like,
Okay, but also you did like the most important Little B
and
music.
about me. No.
But you did the most important Little B music video too.
Which one was that?
Like a Martian.
Yeah, we shot that at my house, like in the living room,
That's
in front of my
crazy.
grandpa.
Crazy.
Was your
Yeah.
grandpa just like?
Yeah, he's like, then I'll fuck you, bitch. Like, yeah.
Were you already rapping at that point?
Yeah, I was making. So yeah, back to me. So I was making music for fun,
Back to.
Me. Hello.
How old were you when you first started rapping?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Really young. Because my mom's a musician.
She's in the trash
Yeah,
window.
I made like one of my first songs with her when I was like 5.
What was that like?
Well, I like grabbed the mic recorder thing one day and I just started like spitting this bar. I just kept saying, boys are toys, boys are toys.
At 5 years old?
Yeah, and then I was like, I see a boy walking down the street. He looks like a piece of meat. And then they were like, we have to record this, So
Wow, that sounds like some Latigra shit. Like that's
Yeah.
really advanced.
yeah, you should play it.
Where did you, where did that come from in your 5-year-old mind?
I don't know. I mean, I have a kid too, so I know like sometimes he'll just say stuff that like blows my mind, or like certain songs will get stuck in his head and he'll just be like randomly like in the bathtub and be like, pull up with a stick, let it hit. And I'm like, okay, I never played this song in front of you. Like, why are you singing this?
With the Boys or Toys, like what was there something you were listening to that kind of influenced that?
I couldn't even.
You don't even
My
know.
mom and her band, like, their band was called the Glamour Pussies, the Trash Women. Like, they literally just were like talking.
I tripped out when I found out your mom was in the Trash Women because my friend Pablo put me onto them, and then I saw, was it the Narwhal video where he pulled that out?
Yeah.
I was like,
Narwar's like fanning. He was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck you, Kreayshawn. I wish
Yeah.
El Cazola was here." Like, shout out moms though, because it's Mother's Day.
Did you
so.
call your mom today?
I did.
What'd you guys talk
We
about?
FaceTimed. We were just shooting the
She
shit.
looks exactly like you. It's crazy.
Yeah, I got good genes.
That's awesome. Is she still in a? Is she still playing right now? What's her band?
They just had a reunion show.
Oh, dope.
The Trash Woman. It was like at this thing called Burger Boogaloo that's in the Bay.
Oh,
it's
Burger
like John,
Records puts it on. Yeah.
And John Waters like hosts it and shit.
Wait, would you be down to do a Kreayshawn Trash Women show?
Yeah.
I'm sorry they didn't actually play
That would be amazing. In a very like low key venue.
You know, but like my mom, like you think I have performance anxiety? Like my mom's performance anxiety is like ridiculous.
What do you mean? Like
You're gonna have to like book her like 6 months in advance, and like, you know, like
Yeah.
she's got performance anxiety. Same
What-
with me.
So growing up, was your mom? What did she do growing up aside from music? Like,
She was like a broke ass single mom. Like, she tells me stories about how, because we grew up in San Francisco, so she'd be like, oh yeah, I'd be on the bus with like 10 bags of groceries, holding you, you know, just got off of work, just picked you up from like daycare or wherever you were, and like, I'm just like, damn,
wow,
boom,
just out here grinding.
just like, yeah, she was just grinding.
What happened? I mean, we don't have to talk about it. But, like, what happened with was your dad around?
No.
No.
I think I met him like 3 times.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
When was the last time?
Oh my God, you want to hear the last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my dad, he's like an alcoholic, like, but like the bad ones, like the ones with like the red nose, like
Bad skin.
poured out, like
Yeah.
on the streets. San Francisco, he was a bike messenger, skater.
Oh,
but
wow.
a lot of people know him, like Thrasher, like all those old school guys, like they know my dad because he was like one of the first like full skating in San Francisco, you know?
Oh, wow.
So he's like, yeah, he's like Bay legend. Like fools know him, Nosmo King, which is not his real name.
What, he goes
I don't
by
even know his
Nosmo
real
King?
name. Yeah.
He fucks with Nas.
Well, he's like, I don't know. Anyways, so I go to this party.
So you're the product. Hold on, you're the product.
Let her finish.
skate
of
legend,
a punk rock
legend.
punk rock front woman
Yeah,
and a San Francisco skate legend.
yeah.
That's cool.
Pretty iconic.
All right, finish. So the last time you saw him.
Oh yeah. So I was at a party. I was like 16, 17. And it's like a skate party. Before like Oakland had First Fridays, there was just one spot, and it was this like skate shop called Clean, and we'd all just like party in front of there every First Friday. And so we were there, and I see him, but like I don't know really what he looks like, because before that I probably hadn't seen him since I was like 8. But I just get this like strange feeling, you know, I'm faded. I'm like, I'm gonna go up to him. I'm just say it, you know. So I'm like, are you my dad? You know, because I'm trolling. I'm like, are you my dad? He goes, depends. What's your name? And I'm like, Shade. I'm like, Natasha. And he's like, what's your mom's name? And I was like, Elka. And he's like, what Elka? And I'm like, come on, like Elka? Like, how many fucking Elkas have you fucking been with or whatever? So I was just like freaked out. I just like walked away. So then the rest of the night, as the night goes on, progresses, he's wasted. And he's like, keeps coming over to me and my friends being like, this is my daughter. Like, she's so awesome. Like, and all my friends are like, yo, is that really your dad? And I was like, no, that's like my mom's like friend, you know, like he thinks he's like my uncle, you know, like whatever. But yeah, it's pretty funny.
Damn,
Wow.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So was rap the first music you got into, or were you, or did you want to do punk like your mom was?
I don't know. You know how it is. Like whatever your parents are into, you're like, this is weak. Like Ramones suck. Like you know.
So
like
at what age did you like get into rap music?
probably like when I was like 8-ish, or you know, because I remember I had an uncle and he would give me tapes.
What tape was it? That
He would give me like Fugees and Mos Def and stuff like that. And then my mom listened to. Then my mom was putting me on. She was playing. This is like in her like little phase she had. And she's playing hella Dr. Dre, like Old Dirty Bastard. She's the one, she like showed me Cool Keith. I got her the Sex Style CD for her birthday
so
when I was
tight.
8. And I remember I'm like, I'm going to go to the store, like, you know, park outside, like, I'm going to get you a present. And I go in there by myself with my money, and I, like, buy the Sex Style CD, and they're all looking at me like, why is this 8-year-old little girl buying Sex Style right now?
So
like,
this is before Tipper
whoa.
Gore made us put parental advisory stickers?
They probably were just like, fuck, if she wants it, just give it to her.
That's
you know?
hilarious.
You know what Cool Keith album I think was slept on? Analog Pimps.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, Cool Keith is slept on in general.
Well, that's, you know,
Well,
Cool
yeah.
Keith and Ice-T. That shit was crazy.
I saw him live. I swear to God.
I saw him live too, and it was horrible.
Why? You were mad because he plays like 30 seconds of like every song.
And then, were you with me or was it with
Yeah,
Rash?
it's kinda hard.
It was me and you at One Eyed Gypsy.
Yeah, he did a 4 or 5 minute set at the most, and then for the rest of the 20 minutes, he was just playing funk music
And
and
had
having
girls come dance.
have older ladies come on stage and dance. It was so strange.
What do you
Didn't we try to
expect,
put you on a
I
show?
know.
Didn't we try to put you on a show with him at Cha Cha Lounge or something like that for someone's birthday?
Like book us together?
Yeah, like, it wasn't my party. I think it was like someone's.
Oh, I don't know. I think I
birthday. It was
kinda
like way
remember
back
that.
in the day.
I kind of remember.
I still think he's like the original little.
Is
Peter.
Dez over here taking pictures of us? Is he?
Good job,
Dang,
Dez.
Dez. See, that's my guy.
True. Good
That's
job,
Dez
Dez.
is
guy.
gonna be a legend because
Yeah.
he's kind of like musicianly. I see because I follow you on socials, and he's always like dabbling with like little musical instruments and
Yeah,
like,
I think he's musically inclined, but every time I ask him like what he wants to do when he grows up, he's
does he
always
say?
like, nothing. I just want to be a boy. I don't want to grow up. I'm
sounds like a musician.
yeah.
So, yeah, so
I'm like, you think you're gonna live with me forever? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, no, I'm moving to Spain the day you turn 18. Like, you're gonna have to get it together. Like, that's what my mom did. Like,
wait,
your
you got
plan.
we're all like, wait, did you leave when you were 18?
I left when I was younger. I was
Yeah.
15.
And you weren't living with your mom when you were 15.
No.
Where were you living?
I was living with random people.
Just couch surfing?
Yeah,
How'd you make money? Were you in
I
school or
didn't.
did you drop
how-
out?
I dropped out eventually.
How old were you when you made Kitties and Chappas?
18, 19.
So was that your first time making a rap tape, or were you rapping a little bit before that?
Well, my mom had a boyfriend when I was like between the ages of 10 and 12 or 8. No, like 9 and 12. She was dating this guy, and he was a DJ. He rapped. He had every program, like microphones, turntables, everything. Fucking saxophones, pianos,
saxophones.
like yeah, everything. He had all these instruments, and so he would just let us go crazy with it. And me and my friend Avion. Have you met Avion?
Wait,
She's
which
like
one
my
is Avion?
childhood friend. We grew up together since we were like
What's
8.
she look like?
A beautiful goddess.
Is that the girl I met at the Nature World Fest who thought I was European and
yeah,
in an indie band?
yeah.
I like her.
European. Yeah.
Yeah.
He literally talked about that for a week. He goes, "Do I look European?"
He's like,
would
"Should I change
wish
my
to be in a
bio?"
band."
Like-
I'm like, oh god.
She said I look like I'm in an indie band. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I hate when people compliment you because you just talk about it for a
Love it.
week.
So I love your best friend, and you know what? She is a goddess.
Yeah, she is.
So she was rapping too?
Yeah, we would make music together. We would make full tapes, like 30 songs a day, like just bam, 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 like bangers, like rap. I still have songs of me rapping when I was like 10.
Did you guys have a crew name?
The Gibbish Girls.
The Gibbish? What is Gibbish?
Gibbish was like our inside joke, you know? We were like little kids and we'd be like, Gibbish, Gibbish, like.
What?
Gibbish,
What-
Gibbish.
What is Gibbish?
I don't know. Some
What kind of style were you trying to rap in? Like
Gibbish Girls.
That's how you should bring that back.
Then he took me back with that, like.
What was your style of rapping back then? Like, because the Kitties and Chappas was like very Oakland Bay Area.
Yeah, it was like that.
Is that what you're trying? That what you're doing
It
from
was
the,
the
from the
same.
beginning?
Yeah, pretty much sounds exactly the same.
Wait, so that you did the mixtape with your friend, right? And then you were on your own at 15, recording at that guy's house who had all the gear.
No,
is that where you're?
No, I mean, I took after my mom and him weren't together anymore. I mean, everything's gone. So, then yeah, I had like my crazy teenage phase, and then like it just got really bad, and I just like separated
what does really
myself.
Bad mean?
I was like popping ecstasy all the time and like drinking. I was truant. You
And
know,
how-
I was getting kicked out of all my schools constantly, 3 schools in a row. And then it got to the point where like I couldn't go to school anymore.
And you're just like, fuck it.
Fuck it, yeah. So, you know, I was staying with people. Then I started staying with Vanessa. And she's got kids. Well, she had one kid at the time.
How was she?
How
at the
old
time?
was she? Yeah.
She's a year younger than me. So she was like 15. I was 16.
She had a kid at 15. Wow.
Yeah. When I first met her, she was pregnant. She was trying to fight me.
I remember.
What? Wait.
Yeah, it's a funny story.
Okay, let's
let's
hear this story.
So I was dating her cousin at the time, and he went to jail. And she calls me, and she's like, bitch, you got my cousin fucked up. Like, you corrupted him. Like, before he met you, he never did anything. Like, now he's spray painting, popping pills. Like, he's going to jail. Like, fuck you, bitch. Like, I want to see you. So I was like, bitch, see me. I don't give a fuck. I gave her my address. I'm like, come here, bitch. Like, woo, woo, woo. So he calls me. I'm like, what's up? Like, you got some cousin calling me. And he's like, don't worry about that, bitch. She's like 8 months pregnant. So I'm like, what? So he gets out, and I go to, his house and meet her. And she's like on the couch in like a wife beater, her pants undone and she's just like, what's up? Like, I fuck with you. Like, you're tight, like, because you was down to see me, but I was just fucking with you. Like, now that I know Vanessa, like, I know that she's totally just, yeah, I'm gonna call that bitch. Like, fuck her. Like, who cares,
Right.
So it was just hella funny. And then after that, we were friends.
So then when you were staying with her, was she already rapping too? Or did y'all?
Well, Vanessa got into rapping in the beginning. She wasn't really like a fan of rapping.
Really?
Like, she liked it, and like she liked having her little verses to spit and stuff like that, but it was like I had to push her. And like that was the time when I was freestyling a lot, and then she would come to my house randomly and be like, yo, like, let me freestyle. And I'd be like, get in the closet. I had a little mic in my closet, and she would just go in there and freestyle, and I would just be looking at her like, oh my god, like, this is like, I've never heard anything like this, and I produced her whole first mixtape.
Oh, you made the beats and everything?
Well, no, I mean, not produced,
but like, recorded and mixed,
engineered it, yeah. But I mean, yeah, I produced it. If you count that as like getting the beats from people, I was getting beats from Spaceghostpurrp and Mikey and.
Well, V Nasty was on a.
She was on a couple Purrp beats.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you knew Purrp early on too, though.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
So I'm like deep in this game. Like, my roots run like real long. You know?
Well, and it's funny because because everyone we talk to, because we've been talking a lot, all like the new school, like, wave of rappers, and everything comes back from like either Lil B or Spaceghostpurrp. And I feel like you have roots in Lil B, like early Lil B filming it. You had roots with Spaceghostpurrp in the beginning.
Yeah.
And not only that, we always, like, if people that watch all the episodes of Ham Rated, we talk about this hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Well, like, 4 or 5 times. But Gucci was like the like. It was really what defined everything, because it was like in that video, it was on Fairfax, Odd Future kids were in it, kids were doing the cooking dance. It was like all these elements finally brought together, so the rest of the world could
But to
see
me, I
scene.
didn't even like realize, like, the whole like Odd Future thing was crazy for me, because like everything that was coming out was like Odd Future cosign, and like, I'm from where I'm from. Like, at that time, I didn't know anything about LA or LA music or LA scene. So I'm like, what are they talking about? Odd Future, But like that full Byron is like
left brain.
Left brain, yeah. Like, we were homies in Oakland, and like we hung out all the time. I didn't even know like that he was like involved in some like crazy LA thing, you know? So I see him on Fairfax, and I'm like, yeah, come get in my video, And he's just like, yeah, fuck it, And then it's just weird how that
Did you know
happened.
Eddie Baker was there when you were filming? But he said, he's like, I wasn't cool enough yet to like, try to be in the
I
video.
love Eddie Baker. Yeah.
He's great. He's such a nice guy.
I've known him for a long time.
He was the first member of Raider Clan.
I know.
Were you a member of Raider Clan, kinda?
Well, long story short is I do have a Raider Clan tattoo.
What? Wait, you still
covered
do?
I covered it.
Oh, wait, where was it?
It was like right here, like on my chest.
What it say? It just said. Did it say actually just
Was
say
it the
Raider
logo?
Clan?
It was like, it said Raiders, but it was like in the script,
Oh,
with the
wow,
X and
yeah.
all that.
Was he trying to recruit you at one point?
I was in love with him. I was in love with Spaceghostpurrp, and
How
then
did that work?
Just like online style, or did you guys?
we were like long
guys-
distance.
you guys-
I didn't even like meet him officially until he had a show at the Echo with like.
Trash talk. Oh, no.
we talk about that show all the time
Yeah.
at the Echoplex.
Yeah.
At the Echoplex.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Wow.
That was the first time I met him.
So were you say you guys were dating?
No, I mean,
You can't
What?
really. Yeah.
Right.
What year was that? Where you guys were?
2010, 11.
That's crazy.
Or 2009,
Yeah.
10.
Okay, but also around that time, because you were also
It's like 8 years ago, guys. Let me just say 8 years ago, because 2010 sounds like it could have been last year.
It was a while
8
ago.
years ago, like.
But besides rapping with V Nasty, you were also already doing stuff with Hawaii Slim.
What do you mean?
Right?
Yeah.
And that was before CBG.
Oh, yeah, wait, we got to shout out Hawaii Slim.
Yeah.
Pineapple Slap 3 coming out
Ooh.
soon.
Ooh.
Still counting.
Ooh.
Well, the Hawaii Slim shit, that was before CBG, and you're already doing stuff with it.
CBG was a thing before, like, White Girl Mob.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, I mean, all those guys, like, they've been, like, interchanged in, like, different groups.
Right.
For a while, you know?
Well, I heard a tape once. And it was like some underground ass tape. There's a lot of Kreayshawn stuff in it. There's a lot of Hawaii Slim in it.
Are you talking about that Memphis? Like,
yes.
yeah.
What was that tape called?
It's like Murdered Out Memphis.
Who made that tape?
Natty Mari. He like makes beats.
And who was all on that tape?
It was like random. It'd be like me, Vanessa, like Hawaii, Alexander Spit, J.U. I think that.
And that one dude was on it who's like, shit.
Gata. Gata was on it.
It was like it was a dude that wasn't from the Bay. And even Alexander Spit back then, because he was in Instant Messengers, which was signed on Grouch's label.
Oh really?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, he was signed. Grouch had a label. And he was signed to it.
Sick.
I know you fuck with Grouch.
Yeah, no, I do. I do. Tough. Yeah, we all had like sick ass like fucking Hawaii trip. Like.
So when Gucci Gucci dropped, and you didn't expect it to pop off the way it did, what was your initial reaction?
It's hard to like really remember because I was like such a different person back then. Yeah. My mind was kind of just like so based and baked and spaced, and like I was just I don't know. I was drinking a lot of like lean back then, and like I mean, me and Vanessa were talking about this the other day. Like I don't remember shit. I'll bring up shit like, do you remember this? She'd be like, no. Sorry, but I don't remember, you know?
Damn.
So, yeah, I mean, I was, like, in a whirlwind type of thing. Like, I mean, everything goes so fast, you don't have time to think, like, oh, shit, this is tight. It's, like, meeting, New York, meeting. Before then, I have never, like, left California.
Yeah.
So, I was like...
If you had to give advice to people that are popping off on, like, some... Like, I put out a YouTube...
That's another thing, is you're one of the first artists I got signed off a YouTube video. Because that became such a thing afterwards.
Actually,
that was like
wasn't like
standard.
It was like
you.
It was like Odd Future, ASAP Rocky, like Kreayshawn, like
yeah.
This was like the new way music was being discovered, and it was like legit. It was like before, like, oh, this artist has a YouTube video, like who cares, you know? But now it's like, oh, this artist has a YouTube video.
Yeah.
How many views? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
How many comments?
Yeah, exactly.
How many likes?
You can't get signed unless you had a poppin' YouTube video. Yeah. And then, what?
I'm like gigging the fuck out of this.
Wait, hold on.
I got gigs.
How I first heard of you, I don't know if you remember this, Stereotype. We were doing Hipsters Who Art Hip Hop Radio. What was the name of the house that we were doing it out of?
Not the mine. Oh, the house. Not the whole house.
Open Mind.
Open Mind Studios, is it?
Yeah, we were doing. All right, so we were doing this before you were involved. You taking off?
No, I'm giving you some wine.
So before he was involved, and we were still doing Hipsters Art Hip Hop. We were doing a radio show out of this house in Mid City.
Yeah.
And Speak was gonna be on it, and Speak was like, "Yo, I'm gonna bring this chick Kreayshawn I've been working with. She's really dope." And I hadn't heard of you yet.
Yeah.
But you ended up flaking, or he ended up flaking. Both of y'all ended up flaking, not coming. But then
That's us.
But then you and I talked on Facebook Messenger, and you had just moved here and you were living in Koreatown.
Yeah, that was the first place.
Do you remember that or no?
No.
You don't remember talking to me?
I remember Hipsters.
It all comes back to you. God damn it, Adam.
You remember
Jesus
Hipsters
fucking
Hip Hop,
Christ.
No, but I remember Hipsters Heart Radio or.
Because you were gonna be on it. Did Speak
Yeah,
tell you?
yeah.
Then, all right.
Yeah, Speak, I feel like was on a bunch of things
He knew about
beforehand.
Future, knew about
I
you,
heard
knew about-
first of you at Coachella, that Coachella house, right? We're by the pool, and he played. He's like, "Oh, you got to listen to this girl's mixtape," and she played. What mixtape did she play? Did he play?
Who? Speak?
Yeah,
It's probably Kitties and Choppers.
yeah. And then we're like, "Oh, this is tight."
I don't recall
And then,
that.
yeah, we're at a fucking house and Speak play. Whatever, dude. Anyway,
So you don't remember me, but I'm supposed to remember you.
So then, if you had to give advice to people that are popping off like people who are just like make a video or have like a SoundCloud thing that just like crazy goes off in like a couple weeks, like, and then a lot of people start approaching them and getting a lot of like clout and stuff. Like, do you have any advice that you wish that you would have known when that happened to you?
I mean, my advice would be like, because what happens is once you start popping, like labels start talking to you, everything kind of gets put on hold. All your music that you've already recorded or that you're going to record, it gets put on hold because the label wants it, or who's ever managing you wants to like make the most money off of it for everyone. So it's just like takes hella long, and like you lose your flame because people are like waiting or whatever. My advice would be like, you get a banger video and it's banged out and you're whopped, like keep on whopping, like make more music, like don't slow down for anyone else. You don't need a sign, first of all. I think everyone's kind of like figuring that out,
Right.
But if you do sign, just make sure you have somebody like who knows what they're doing,
A proper lawyer watching their shit.
proper lawyer. I mean, there's nothing you can do. If you're going to involve like hella people in your business, hella people are going to be in your business. If hella people want to make money off of you, hella people are going to make money off of you. That's it.
So definitely independence the way to stay, and just not. So do you think
But who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. So the main issue that you were pretty bummed on was just how long it waited for you to put out music after the video popped?
I was more bummed on just like everything, I guess.
Well, they made you wait almost a goddamn year.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
well, you
funny.
gotta do hella like weirdo stuff.
I mean, and that's also, and it's a problem I've seen happen since then, is that, when they blow up, then all of a sudden they get a label, they don't put out music forever. I'm always like, damn, that's gonna...
Yeah.
Like, only one lady I've seen that work for is Cardi.
Cardi, I was just gonna say that because when you popped off, I was working at a label called Sargent House, and it was like a management label thing, and we were all like, "Yo, this is fucking so tight," and that was like one of the things we all were saying. We're like, "Why is it taking?"
Oh,
Was like, why is it taking so long for her to put out an album? And then
because they want to push the single, but
It's
it's like
so
the
dumb.
single
It's
came out
already
before
out.
I even signed, so
Yeah.
it's like that's already like 3 months in the
Yeah.
past.
And that's such like old record company.
I think-
like that's how it used to be.
but I think
Yeah.
it was
well,
such
you remember
a
this
new,
is still 7
Yeah.
years ago.
It's
Right.
such
like,
a new
shit's
thing.
changed
People
now. I
didn't
don't know,
like you, but if it wasn't for you creating that base, like now I feel like artists can actually have a career, like, or just like be able to flow.
Well, it's just like back then there was a formula being made.
Yeah.
And that was between like, Odd Future, Lil B, like A$AP Rocky,
Kreayshawn.
like Kreayshawn, like there was a formula being made, and like record labels were kind of like just figuring it out, because at the end of the day, it's the people who listen to music who have control.
Yeah.
The labels just try and make money in between the artist and the people listening, but like they're getting pushed out because YouTube, SoundCloud, all these things just go to the show.
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
Sell that merch.
There's really no
That
point.
merch. I just
yeah.
put out a merch.
Yeah.
I put out a shirt. Yesterday?
It's really
It's
dope.
fire. I'm waiting
Sold
I'm waiting
out.
for my XL.
It's the one that says,
Yeah, sold out.
bitch, can I spend the night?
Yeah.
I love
it's
that
like
one.
embroidered. It's like
The embroidery is really
It's
tight.
really dope.
What made you
Yeah.
embroider it? I feel like it's very rare.
because the design is like very it's
Just
like a
aligning,
sketch,
yeah.
like it looks like a sketch, and screen printing and like direct to garment is always just like a pain in the ass for me.
Yeah.
I like embroidery personally, like adds more to the clothing.
Okay, so you stopped rapping after that. You essentially, I saw you post online. You were just like, I'm over rapping. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, were you just completely over at that point? And like, what was your mind state and concentration on?
Okay, so the comedian Andy Kaufman, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Also very little B.
Huh?
Also very little B.
Yeah. So he had this saying, but he got sick. He got hella sick and died. And he said it was his haters that his haters gave him cancer and killed him. Like that, all the hate that he got from being misunderstood killed him. And then I've just felt that. I felt like all the negative stuff that I was taking, people were kind of felt like I was becoming like a punching bag in a sense. And it was just not progressing me as an artist, because I was just constantly feeling like I was under attack, and at that time people didn't understand me or understand anything. All right, if I came out now, I would not be able to come out. I feel like, So back then it was just kind of confusing everybody, and I was just over it, And the label was doing me shady. They put out my album only at Hot Topic.
So that wasn't discussed with you. It was just kind of like, oh, this is something we're doing, or
Probably. I don't know.
wow.
I was so
your
zooted.
manager-
I
did
was
your manager
wopped.
not say it's
I
not
was
a good
just
idea?
wopped. I mean, maybe he did think it was a good idea. I don't know. Like, I was whopped, though.
Is that when you started DJing? When you just like?
I was fucking around before that.
Yeah.
You know what I thought about
Like,
today?
right in the beginning. What?
I thought about your DJing, and I thought about in the shower, which is sus, but I think about things in the shower.
Adam's thinking about you in the shower.
No, you know what I was thinking about?
Very awkward.
Because you like spitting like Jersey Club.
Yeah.
And there's a point where I used to tell everyone, remember I used to say Jersey Club's gonna be the new trap. You know, like the new, like everyone's into EDM trap. I thought Jersey Club was gonna take that over, and now it's like now there's like really purists kind of still playing Jersey trap or Jersey Club.
Jersey trap.
Where for a minute everybody was playing Jersey Club, but you still play Jersey Club heavy. And I was thinking about the fact that you're from Oakland, that you like Oakland music and gangster music, and the fact that Jersey Club is like dance music that comes from the hood. I think that's kind of why you have an affinity towards it.
Well, it's funny because I first found out just about like that club style in general was through Baltimore Club. And I found that like old school, like on Kazaa, like some SpongeBob, like fun remix, you know? And I was like, this shit's tight, you know? And then eventually, like, I would find more and more and more. And then, but yeah, you know, like one thing is like when I play Jersey Club and stuff like that, I'll have people be like, this shit's whack, you know? But I'll show them a video of where it comes from or like fools dancing to it. And then they're like, oh, this shit's tight.
Yeah.
You know, because it's from the hood, like Baltimore Club, like Bounce. All that type of stuff.
It's all from the hood.
It's all from the hood. It just sounds so different. But then, you know, what about jerk music?
Yeah.
Even though jerk music isn't a thing anymore, you know?
Right.
We were talking about Gleesh earlier in that interview. He talks about how in DC, what's the popular music? Go-Go. He was in a go-go band, and that's how he started. And that's why, and like I don't know, it's just really funny how he's talking about like, you know, you don't think that like dance music is
even
from
when
like
we talk
the
to
hood,
like,
and he talks about like
even,
taking the go-go influence into his rap music.
Even when we talk to young cats like Five Finger Posse, you know who they are? They're like new dude SoundCloud rappers coming up. They're like down with Perps putting them on, you know, Space Ghost. And they're from Philly. Grew up listening to Philly club music.
Yeah.
It's like just a thing where if you're from those areas, it's like you go to like
for
roller,
sure. Or you
go
go
like
to New Orleans, they play Bounce on the radio all day.
That's crazy.
If people don't know, you're like a really good DJ. Like,
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm like thoroughly impressed
Like if
every
she
time
hasn't had
I
too many drinks, she's really good at it.
No, she's still good when she's drinking too. So you have really good selection and you mix really well. Was that just natural? Because I feel like people spend a long time. I know a lot of DJs.
I spent a long time. I started DJing in like 2011, 12. So
and then,
it's been a couple years.
Was it kind of easy?
Well, once I learned, I mean, like there's a couple basic things to DJing, and I teach a lot of people how to DJ. Almost like I feel like every day somebody comes to my house like, yo, like I want to learn how to DJ club, you know. So then I have to teach them, but it's like having one rhythm, knowing your music, knowing when like a verse starts or when a hook ends, when to like throw it in. But I mean, that's why dance music is tight because it's like way easier.
Yeah, it's there's a formula.
And everything's kind of like the same BPM, you know, but like matching BPMs and like dropping at a certain time, having your cue points on point, like whoop whoop whoop. Everything between that is just if you got rhythm or not.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Hey, DJ Stereotype.
I got rhythm, man. Born with
you
it.
recently made a beat too. You're making beats now.
I'm trying to learn.
How's that going?
It was cool. I made a banger. It was cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What were you using for that?
My Electribe in Ableton.
Oh, using Electribe? That's tight.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's
Are
awesome.
you gonna rap on the beat or what should I do?
I should rap on the beat. I actually gave it to somebody to rap on. This girl's Society Trap.
I know who she is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She
I met her like
tattooed.
out here. Yeah.
You fuck with her
Yeah.
music?
Yeah, it's tight. Well, like I posted, like I made a Kreayshawn beat. Who wants it? You know, I was just like fucking around, and then she was the first person to hit me, and I was like, "Fuck it, yeah, girl. I've met you.
Yeah.
You're dope. Fuck it. I'm gonna send you this beat. You know."
And then you went to the studio recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
With who? What were you doing?
I did a song. It's Schwartz's song. You know Schwartz, right?
Schwartz is
Shout
amazing.
out Schwartz.
Everyone listen to Schwartz. He's
Yeah.
amazing.
Actually, his name is So Drove now.
Oh, he
So
changed
It's not
it?
Drove,
Schwartz
yeah.
anymore?
Why'd he change
So
it?
I don't know, cause he's crazy. Oh, cause there's another like artist named Schwartz, and like it was pulling up, and you know how that goes.
Where's Schwartz
It was,
from originally?
Schwartz
Baltimore?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Schwartz is amazing. Was it a Red Bull thing?
Yeah. Well, it's at the Red Bull studio, but TT the artist had time at that spot.
Oh, she's just in town too.
Yeah, she's here. I think she's here still. I think she's like around here for a little bit.
She's dope. Check out TT also.
But she had a song that was with him and Cupcake the rapper.
Is she in town?
She was.
I want to do a
Not
cupcake
anymore.
show.
Yeah, you should. I've been telling you that. I told you that like
I know.
tick, like maybe a year and a half ago or something. I was like, get cupcake, and you're like,
But now's the time.
yeah. No, that was the time. Anyways, I'm just kidding. Or who are you, Aaron?
Wait, so wait. So did Schwartz do the beat and you
Schwartz
Cupcake
did the
and
beat,
TT
and then
on
me,
it?
Cupcake, and TT are on it. Yeah.
What was that like?
It was tight because I hadn't been in like a real studio in like goddamn like 4 years, you know, and then working with somebody like TT who was just already in the studio, like made like 9 songs that day, you know, so she's like dialed in. I come in there like, I haven't been in the booth in like 3 years, like, and I gotta write this song right here. I'm like, fuck, you know, so I
Was
ended up
Cupcake
doing
in
it.
the studio with y'all too or not?
No, she had her verse on there already.
Was it like a club music beat? And it's like
Kind
trying
of
to
like,
think of
you know, like Schwartz has like he knows how to mix like mainstream but with like the club shit too, so.
So did you went in with some writtens or
No, well, a little bit. And I have like, for me it's like,
just kick what you repped?
okay,
All right, go.
It's not me who's acting funny since I made a little. Go and get your grind on. Go and get your shine on. Look, Des lit. He's lit.
He
that's
got
that
so
one.
excited.
when club music was like getting popular, we'd play club music and we would do what's the TT artist song that was super banging that she did with Mighty Mart 2013. It was like
I don't
what
know.
was the
There's a
song?
lot.
Oh,
I know-
I'm making my pussy ate. We'd play pussy ate.
I don't know that.
You know what pussy?
Get my pussy ate.
You don't know pussy
It's
ate.
a banger.
I probably do, but I don't.
But we'd play that and we'd play it with the with your song twerking.
Oh, really? I mean, this girl TT makes like 90 million songs. So like all this, like I was like, oh, I'm such a fan of like your song with Basement Jacks, and she's just like, oh yeah, like I have like 95 million songs.
Pussy ate. She goes, I
I'm
don't
gonna
want,
get my
I don't,
pussy
No,
ate.
I don't want no duh. I don't want no date. I just want my
Oh,
pussy
okay,
ate.
yeah, there you
Come
go.
on, it's such a banger.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So are you coming back to rap or what?
So this is what I figured is my problem, because I have many times where I'm like, I'm about to start up. I do a song, I do a feature, I do this, I do that. But it always gets sat on because whoever's project it is like, I want to wait till the right time to release it, or I want to wait till I have a video, or I'm going to put this on my album, not on my mixtape because it's like Kreayshawn, or, you know, and then they sit on it and then there's never like, oh, I made a song. Next week, it's out. People are like, this rocks. Okay, I'm going to go to the studio next week. New song. You know, it's always like, record. All right, that was awkward. Song doesn't come out till like 8 months down the line. I don't even care about it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, whatever. And then, what? Then 8 months later, I'm like in the booth again. And then it's like, 6 months later. Okay, like...
Honestly, I think you're right in the sense that, like, I mean, that's what you have to do. Everybody puts out, like, if you record, like, everybody that we have on here usually is like a SoundCloud kind of artist, and they'll put out they'll record it and they'll just put it out and keep it moving.
That's how I used to do.
Yeah.
I would make the worst songs ever, regrettable music, and just put it out and just be like, fuck it, because someone out there is fucking with it,
Yeah.
or people just like the momentum of like
But after-
constant creating.
After just being in the studio right now with TT and Schwartz, does that inspire you a little more? Like, do you want to get back on the rap shit?
Yeah, yeah.
So why don't you hook up with someone where you can do a fucking project and just drop the shit? Why don't you and Schwartz do a whole project?
I try, you know, but like at the same time, people get too serious.
Me and Adam are gonna step
People
in.
take this shit too serious.
Let's do
Biggest fucking lag in the world. You're not
let's
gonna
do
anything.
let's do a Kreayshawn project, and then we'll just put it out the next day.
You can honestly produce.
Well, I'm
it.
trying to do a
I
project
can't.
with Mikey. That's like the most
That would be-
optimal
Well, let's
because you
do
make
it.
the most money.
So
Like
what
if
happens-
your
well,
baby
let's-
daddy makes beats,
Wait,
you're really
so-
ensuring
and
shit
he
for
makes
Mikey
nothing
into
but
it?
bangers.
Is Mikey into it?
He's like on his coding shit. He's just like coding, you know. And I mean, I still have beats. I have beats I will use that he made in 2008 that I still have in my
Mikey has
So
email.
why
so many
don't you? Can you
slappers.
not record at home? Let's do it, Kreayshawn.
I can, but I need help.
We'll talk after this. Yeah, we'll all.
Oh, Johnny
we'll figure-
produces.
I'll help you.
Oh yeah, Johnny. We'll figure this out. We're gonna figure this out right after this. I guarantee it.
Okay.
Adam's
You're just-
looking. Adam's looking at me like
Because
I'm procrastinating.
you
No,
always say you're
I'm
gonna
not.
do projects and you never you don't not good to follow through.
I'm gonna
dude.
do a project.
You're not
Project's
good to
gonna
follow
happen.
through. Well, yeah, let's see how the Romo produced Kreayshawn
Oh my
project goes,
god!
guys.
I'm not producing. I'm just gonna help facilitate.
Make a Kickstarter.
I'm facilitating. Oh, Kickstarter would be great.
Wait, why? What do you need help with? You just record the shit at home and then drop it immediately.
Because you gotta mix it and like do all that shit.
Dude, you
right?
gotta listen to all the SoundCloud shit. You don't gotta mix
I don't
it
know.
and
I'm
shit.
in a weird place. It's like, do I want to like go professional, or do I
No.
just want to
You
go
wanna-
back to just making
You want to
whatever?
go in the middle. In the middle.
But I've been judged
On the middle,
by
the
like
middle.
millions, you know. So it's like either way.
It's been long enough. Bring the shit back.
Okay.
See, wait, someone agreed with you. Dwayne Donaldson said that's what you got to do. Little Wayne do and just keep dropping songs.
I'm doing whatever Soulja Boy does.
Unibox Chris Brown.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck Chris Brown. I just want to say that you also inspired hella females to be like, I've talked to a couple and they're like, yo, when I saw
a couple females,
I'm telling your girlfriend that you talked to hella
one of her
bitches.
friends. Can you shout out Jillian on camera real quick?
Jillian,
No.
have I
You
Julian?
said Julian last time and I've been calling that. She gets so upset.
Jillian,
Can you just
yeah.
say shouts out Jillian?
Jillian.
Okay, now she's not gonna hate me. But there's a lot of girls that I talk to that are like, like they say when they saw that video they were inspired because it wasn't like a common thing to see like a girl in like streetwear, like rapping and performing and shit. Like, how does that make you? I feel like you're still inspired.
I inspired a generation of ratchet bitches, independent ratchet bitches.
You really did though, and even now, like DJ girl, I still see online like when you DJ, like she inspires me to DJ. Like,
I'm sick.
That's tight.
That's what I live for.
Yeah.
To be a muse for all.
And you're out here teaching people too. Are you involved with that thing Chippy's doing?
Intersections?
Yeah.
I want to, but no.
Yo, you
Chippy,
should
what
be. I feel like you're an ideal candidate for what's it called?
Intersections.
Intersections.
Ladies, check out Intersections.
Chippy,
they teach.
my friend. Well, they have different people run different areas around the world. It's global. They do intersections in Paris, and I think this girl Ree is running that one. I'm not sure.
I'm glad for Chippy. We've liked her.
I miss her.
Honestly, I feel like her getting deported helped her progress into like. I feel like she's doing a lot now.
No, you guys are just dumb and you didn't see it because it was right in front of your face.
Whoa,
our first
party,
our first ham party was a collab.
Sorry,
Who was booking
I just
Chippy?
meant I didn't mean you two. I just meant like in general. You know,
exactly.
I agree.
There was a lot of Chippy hate in the beginning, and I had.
You know who didn't hate Chippy?
Right.
You know who would book her and as many times as we could.
We probably booked Chippy how many times, honestly?
More than 10.
Okay.
First as a rapper, then as a DJ. We always put on
We
Chippy.
love Chippy.
Yeah,
Chippy,
I love
the
Chippy
day
too.
you come back, we're throwing a show.
So yeah, let's wrap it up. Hey, by the way, and honestly,
one of y'all
wanna
should marry her so she can come back to
Adam,
the States.
I'm
Listen,
taking.
Y'all love her so
I'm
much.
taking. Adam, you got this.
If y'all want to hear, why don't you marry her? That you could do that nowadays.
No,
you know
can't.
that.
You can't get for citizenship.
Honestly, you
You can
can.
deaf gay marry for citizenship.
Yeah. Bro, you were living in.
She
the
doesn't want to
Stone
come back.
Ages?
Fucking United States is falling, burning to hell.
That's
like,
true.
what the
That's
fuck?
true. Yo, before we wrap it up, I want everyone to know that I talked about earlier, but I didn't talk about it enough. If you really want to hear some very rare underground Kreayshawn shit, that Murder in Memphis tape.
Someone actually said that was a legendary tape.
I really,
Yeah.
honestly, when I found it, reminded me of like the old, like the Shapeshifter album where Shapeshifter and Anacondas were doing stuff together. It's like such a legendary tape.
Yeah. Well, I was like super into like Lady Dead and like Evil Pimp and like, you know, Perp. That whole like that's when I was like fucking around with Perp, so he was putting me on like that devil shit.
Yeah.
You know, so like yeah, it's just like hella devil shit on that shit.
You haven't heard it, have you?
No.
It's really, it's like an underground tape. It's like doesn't sound like now how these kids are shooting underground tape now.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
feels like really dope.
That's tight.
Really dope.
So-
and it's all the stuff that
Six.
it's all the stuff that Ham started on because it's Alex Spin and it's Young Hawaii Slim and it's like that was the first shit we were doing.
It really was. I mean, if you look on our YouTube, one of our first videos was like a CBG them at our radio show.
Shout out
Very
Young Hawaii
rare.
Slim.
You know what?
Slap,
Pineapple
Pineapple
Slap
Slap 3.
We're still counting.
Still counting.
Is there anything that you want to like push or plug before we dip out your clothing?
Well, yeah, I just did some merch. I do random merch, and like I try and keep it like as limited as possible. But I think I'm gonna restock it just because like it was gone in literally hours. So
You get an XL though.
We get a large.
yeah. Link in bio. Link in bio.
Link in big.
Support the movement.
So what's the link?
No, I'm telling y'all link in bio. I'm not giving y'all.
Oh
link in
no,
bio.
tell them the
YouTube
link so they
video.
can buy it.
They're not there yet.
Oh,
But we will put the link in the bio of the YouTube
Okay, we
video.
will.
Well, yeah, they could find it. Just Kreayshawn on Instagram and check me out. We out here.
Kreayshawn's gonna be DJing a ham party May 26th. She doesn't know yet, but we'll talk about that.
thank you
And they're
for
gonna pay me like $2,000. They don't know it yet, but
$6,000.
sorry.
We don't be getting that.
That $6,000 is your minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bookers, $6,000 is your minimum.
Adam,
Listen,
we don't be
relax.
paying you that, bitch.
Yo, everybody, thank you for listening.
$250 in an Uber ride, and that's it.
This is Ham Radio. Make sure to check us out on YouTube. We're at Ham on Everything. And buy some gear at hamondeverything.tv. And DJ Stereotype's going to take us out with some bangers.
Let's go, DJ Stereotype.